It's not how quick can you do it, it's when you do it. So she's not actually looking at the wrist, she's looking into his eyes. She never once looks at his wrist when she's doing the watch steal. Hi, my name's Lee Thompson. I'm a pickpocket for hire for well over 32 years now. I get hired by banks, insurance companies, as well as theatrical pickpocketing for West End shows. Today we're looking at pickpocketing in movies and we're going to judge just how real they are. On the Chicago Loop, I would actually see lots of businessmen reading newspapers, and this steal is spot on. The interaction, the amount of eye contact, it's not too much. He doesn't knock him over. It's a little, whoops. The guy is shielding his own pocket with his newspaper that he's reading. He's already done the pickpocketing work for the pickpocket, unknowingly. The technique is beautiful and we're watching it from a spectator's point of view. He's not tried to move away because there's no heat on him, but he will get out of that carriage. When I work with the police, we often tell people about a thing called looping, where you might think, I know that person, but you don't, but you've seen them a couple of times in a short space of time because they're not getting anywhere, but they've got an agenda. The London Underground is notorious for pickpockets because it's crowded. It's been reported that in one station alone, it was 139 cases of pickpocketing. Close your bag, keep it in front of you, especially on a crowded tube or metro. It's a 10. The technique is beautiful and unfortunately it does happen. As he raises his arm, he's actually raising his pocket to her hand. So she has to stand like that and clip whatever she needs to clip. And then when he puts his arm down, the pocket moves away from the item and his peripheral vision, her head is to his right side. He can't see anything over this right side. Now, I'm not telling you this so you go out and do it. I'm telling you this so you don't be a victim of it. The greater movement supersedes that of the lesser movement, or the greater force supersedes that of a lesser force. So they say, if I tap your leg with a pencil and then hit your shoulder with a hammer, you'll forget me tapping the pencil leg, but you'll feel the hammer. So misdirection and sleight of hand is super important. And you can easily do that. We've got a piece of paper or an envelope. It's not a bulky item, so it's not perfect. I would give it an 8.
So lost.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I think this movie is super well choreographed. The pressure in gripping that purse or that wallet with the chopsticks, you're gonna have to be pretty spectacular gripping. Most people can't even pick up sushi. So a heavy purse with coins in maybe, we don't know what's in there, would be trickier, but it can be done. I've done things like this on behalf of the police to draw attention as a crime prevention, but just to show people how easy it was and how vulnerable they are. Yeah, 100%. She could. Because he's moving and she's moving, he's not static, so the movement is covering all her movement. Definitely she's taken that leather strap watch with that technique. Because if you look, the crystal is really heavy, so when you undo the tongue bit through the prongs, the weight of the crystal will make the watch fall away from the wrist. So, and what's actually happened is he's actually moving away from the watch. The friction could make him go, what's going on? So he's actually aiding it himself unknowingly, and the weight of that crystal would make it fall away easier for her. It's not how quick can you do it, it's when you do it. So she's not actually looking at the wrist, she's looking into his eyes. And she's constantly looking into his eyes. She never once looks at his wrist when she's doing the watch steal. You might think there's a lot going on, that would never happen, but you're looking from a bird's eye view, but they're all communicating with telephones on their earpieces and with visual signals. People at street parties who have been drinking are easy targets because one, your inhibitions have gone, and that makes the element of surprise better for the pickpocket to get close to you. My colleague, Apollo Robbins, I can see in the clips because I can tell his body language and I know what it looks like, was involved in this. It's phenomenal. I'd give it 10 out of 10. My eyes would be gravitated towards it straight away as a very vulnerable item to steal. I think most people have a wallet or, foolishly, their phone in the back pocket. So that misdirection is beautiful. We do it for crime prevention. We put pocket in reverse to say, I can put it in your pocket, I can easily take it out your pocket. Unfortunately, you might think, well, he's just taken a phone off a bar that no one's watching. That's not what this distraction technique is about. You wouldn't have 100% certainty how it's going to go because it's evolving instantly in real time because the guy might have turned around and copped him. He's constantly self-directing and self-evaluating the instant. There is no, I'm going to do this, this or this. He's got lots of avenues to change his tactics. You look and go, where's the busiest place I can be? You're going to go to a busy place because you can hide. If any books or pictures you see of pickpockets, always seem to do that pincer movement. And that is because you can grab the side of the wallet without making contact with his backside. That pocket is quite a wide pocket. Most people who've got denim jeans have tight pockets these days. It's a bit harder to steal from, but they're a standard pair of jeans with a baggy back pocket. That is an easy, easy dip. Some wallets are pleather, some are leather. I would be tempted to put it in your front pocket and turn it sideways so it would jam. He doesn't know what's in the wallet. He doesn't know if there's credit cards in there, cash in there. Whereas the phone, the smartphone, nowadays we have so much of our personal information stored on that phone. Look after your phone. That would have been the thing I would have stolen. I carry a wallet, it's a decoy wallet. You're going to get nothing. Don't keep all your ID in one place because he's got everything. He would casually walk out the bar. If someone runs, your eyes dart to the person running. And in reality, if this was real life for the stuff I've done for the police, those IDs and credit cards have gone to someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who can crack all the information there. If it was broken down into individual things, I would give it a 10 out of 10. This has happened all together for a small payoff. He's covering his back a little bit too much for my liking. I would have liked to have been out of there by now, but I'd say 9.
What the hell are you doing here?
The chances of her having anything in that pocket is highly unlikely because it's quite a smart trouser suit and the pocket's high, and although for the girl in the clip, being small down is really advantageous to being a pickpocket because you're low down to people's bags and pockets, but the Black Canary is quite a tall lady compared to her, so she's got to reach up into the pocket and it's just the timing is wrong. 100% she would catch her. It could be the 3-finger dip, if you like. It doesn't matter, they don't. 3 fingers, a whole hand. She's a child who's got a small hand.
I really like your earrings.
I hate that bit. I hate it. Clearly just done for the movie. Zero technique. To do a bracelet, how do you know what clasp is on the bracelet? There are so many different sorts. Does it come over the hand? If it's over the hand, there's one important thing that gets in the way, that's the thumb. She just takes it off, but her hand is on the bench, so she's got to go under to find the clasp, and it clearly undoes from underneath. Fake. It's a normal thing that you would be used to seeing. Someone's broken their arm, or they've got it in a sling, or people carry babies in front of them that are not babies. As a doll, you can buy realistic babies. I've actually witnessed and seen the babies, and I do the baby trick myself. Everything is doable. So I would give this out of 10 an 8.
Pay very, very close attention, because I'm about to bend this spoon with my mind.
What's this?
Well, what are you doing, man?
Look at this. Looks like we got a spoon and a stem.
I find this bit really disappointing because the whole of the movie is all about the magician's skill and technique that they practice for hours and hours. A skill and technique that you don't see, but whereas this clip is not clear at all. You see him take a spoon, it's not clear what's going on, and then the reveal at the end is like, I don't think that actually really happened.
Wallet. My wallet.
My what?
Chances are a pickpocket would take advantage of that crowd build and, unbeknown to you, try and pickpocket that crowd. I don't believe realistically that the street performer would want to steal from you. Obviously there's a lot of it CGI'd for the camera, but there are magicians that do manipulation acts that can do that with cards. There are people called card ninjas who throw cards for not miles, but yards and yards in a certain direction. But the problem is with magicians, they practice sleight of hands that you don't see. So it's very rare that you would actually see something exactly like Now You See Me. It's hard to judge on the skill level because the narrative is not clear.
But I'd check my pockets if I was you, because I do believe she lifted your timepiece.
She's bumped in and covered all her angles, so there is no sight lines for people surrounding her to see.
You look stunned and poorly, sir.
Around this sort of time period in New York, it would be 100% realistic for pickpockets to be roaming the streets. The best pickpockets I've seen are female. So Sophie Lyon's the wife of the king of bank robbers, is that right, if I remember rightly? But in 1538, there was a lady called Moll Cutpurse, who was a prolific pickpocket. She was amazing. She used to dress up as a man, smoke a pipe, but she was renowned for, allegedly, in the history books, if you Google it, doing 50 wallets a day or pocket wallets a day. I'll give it a 10 because you didn't see anything, and that's the whole point.
I don't suppose you'd fancy a cup of tea. Oh, you're quite mistaken. I'd love one. My treat.
It's animated, so you can go, that's not realistic, but the technique of going in is realistic. This way, a hand comes over into here. Actually, you'd notice that, but if someone timed it and come in front of him and said, oh, can you show me where this place is? They're covering that over, they're covering your peripheral vision. So although you would do that, you wouldn't do that, not on its own. And also the elastic on the wallet is also realistic because when I do my show, I have a chain and I challenge a volunteer to steal my wallet, knowing full well it's attached to a chain. It's animation, it's a fun animation. 3.
You gonna tell me the good news or no?
Yeah, but it's good news, so I'm telling you at the bar with a drink in my hand.
Okay, well, I'll meet you at the bar then. I'm just gonna hit the bathroom really quick.
Oh, yeah.
So the keys are hanging, and his technique is, unfortunately, exactly how you would take the keys. He grabs them to stop them from making a noise. Just the last bit of the key, pulling out of a pocket, is really simple to do. In fact, he hasn't done anything but hold the keys. She's moved away from the keys. I've got to say, unfortunately, yes, 100%, 10 out of 10. In this old French movie, they practice a lot on button jackets, and he practices undoing buttons. You might think that's a bit unrealistic, but it's actually very easy to do. A lot of people button their jackets up, and they think that would be an obstacle. It's not helping you at all. It is so easy to go in and to unbutton. It's actually sometimes harder to button. You put your fingers behind it, you flick it, it comes out of the buttonhole. Really easy. But maybe that was just slowed down for the shot, but in the motion, that would happen. And I've done it myself. And I've taken a purse with £3,000 in it, credit cards, gave it all back, obviously, for a pickpocketed awareness campaign. I'd give it an 8.
Señor, mire, lo acaban de escupir, tenga cuidado.
Very aggressive compared to all the other clips we've seen. They're not trying to be like the Gentleman Thief, like Lupin or Ocean's 11. They are young. Are they naive? Maybe they are, I don't know, but they're going in hard. And the chances are they're going to get caught because they're not trying to be secretive. I'm not impressed with their skill at all. I would say they're really mugging them rather than pickpocketing them. But what they are doing, they're working as that Wolfpack gang mentality, creating the carnage of the distraction, especially walking over London Bridge, for sake of argument. If you're on the phone, someone can snatch your phone, pass it to one of their people behind them, you turn round, you bump into me and go, where's my phone? It's already gone down the line from my 2 other people, and it's the confusion, that misdirection that you can't achieve on your own as easily. Forget it. I'm not even going to mark it. They're going to get busted. They're not going to last long.
There it is.
You have got your wallet, but I got your credit cards.